If you have followed all the lectures and my suggestions so far, I have this bonus lecture for you. This is not about some practical writing tip or publishing process. It's about the mindset. It's about that extra push and motivation you need to become a successful academic writer with many high-quality publications. I don't want to tell you all the usual stuff you hear from many others about sending your manuscript to another journal that is easier to publish and the like. Instead, I want to tell you my story and how I changed my mindset. I remember during the early stages of my doctoral studies, I was resubmitting the same manuscript and dealing with all the negative feelings because of rejections and multiple criticisms from the reviewers. Just like many of you, I've had a tough start, and each time I used to see a rejection tag on my manuscript, I would keep it aside for weeks. Sometimes out of pure procrastination, but sometimes I just didn't want to deal with another failure. Until one day, another doctoral student in our department told me something that really changed my mindset, and that was, the criticism is not about you, it is about your work, and your work can be changed. Fast forward to now, I think we can write this in gold and keep it framed beside us. Just take a minute to think about it. If you're honest with yourself, you will realize that most of the negative feelings you experience are because you have taken the critiques personally. That's the reason the thought of failure or incompetence creeps in. The same goes for the negative feelings due to competitiveness and falling behind your colleagues or friends. Therefore, the first barrier you need to overcome has to do with detaching a persona or character from your manuscript or research or any other work and treating them as just a piece of work. It may seem very hard to do that because of the many long hours you have put into your work with care, especially when you really like the topic of your research. I think a fact that may help you deal with this overwhelming emotion is to know that the reviewers of your article have one day received equally harsh, if not harsher, critiques about their own work, and everyone else in academia for that matter. The next mental barrier that you need to overcome is instant gratification of hard work in the form of acknowledgement and praise of your works, or an outward manifestation of your hard work like a quick publication. The advice that can help you with this feeling or expectation is the realization that success in research, academia, or the scientific community is just like a journey, a long road that is stretched out to the horizon. So instead of focusing on the result or obsessing about the number of your publications, try to enjoy the process of learning new strategies, information, and skills along this way, and know that success will come. You just need to patiently and consistently do the good work. For most students, the main barrier is to getting their first work published. Once you crack that wall, publishing the subsequent papers is much more easier. That's what this course has been about, giving you all the strategies and tips as a part of a bigger picture or pattern that most other successful academic writers have followed to achieve good results. Remind yourself that a harsh critique can make your manuscript stronger and earn the acceptance of the research community eventually. So instead of the defeatist mentality, create the mindset of smart success with resilience and patience. I mentioned smart because continuously doing the same thing will only get you the same results. So, if you cannot publish easily, it's time to understand that you're doing things the wrong way and be willing to accept your mistakes and the critiques you receive with open arms without letting them affect you personally. And always remember that the criticism is not about you, it is about your work, and your work can be changed.